because you're gonna get into a lot of situations where that might happen. So let's just not expect you to get into depression. They would literally say it to your face and call it a day. Yes, that's true. I wouldn't call them cheap though.
Put your hands together for our special guest, because in our studio today we have the famous Alicia.
Hi guys, I'm so excited to be here in the studios today. Just kidding. As if. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hi, my name is Alicia, and if you've seen my previous videos, then thank you for sticking around. As you've already read by the title, in today's video I will be talking about some very basic Dutch stereotypes that we hear all over the world. I heard them too before I was moving here, and over my time here I have come across some of the stereotypes that I think that need to be broken at this point. So let's get right into the video. Dutch people are so blunt, they can come off as rude. Oh my god. Okay, I have mentioned this repeatedly in my various videos before, and here I am again. So yes, it's no secret Dutch people are a bit straightforward. There's nothing wrong about being straightforward. You just speak your mind. And initially there's a good chance that you might be a little offended, but eventually you just get used to it. And once you get used to it, you would realize that how good it is to just be straightforward and speak your mind without having to worry about offending another person. And yeah, it just gets things done a lot faster, and it is a very efficient way. Dutch are very tall, blonde, and have blue eyes. Yes, that's very true. Dutch people are very tall, blonde, and blue eyes. In a room full of people, there would be like 90% of the people would be either tall, they would have blue eyes, or they would be blonde. And like 60% of the time, they have all these three qualities. Dutch people only eat cheese. Okay, this is a tough one because yes, they eat a lot of cheese in their daily life, but only eat cheese, I wouldn't agree with that. They can eat cheese for breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper, brunch, all the times, or they can just literally eat cheese directly. But not only, there are other Dutch things, other Dutch cuisine that people enjoy here a lot. Dutch cannot live without a bike. Yes, that's true. Dutch people cannot live without their bikes. I think that the first thing that Dutch people learn after walking is how to ride a bike. Families go everywhere. You can see like an entire family of 5 people on 5 different bikes traveling together. So biking here is the normal way of going around in the country. Netherlands is Holland. Oh, this is one of the biggest misconceptions, especially abroad. People just call that, oh, you're going to Holland. So no, let me set the record straight. No, Netherlands is not Holland. So Netherlands actually has 12 provinces, 2 of which are called Holland. But when you put 12 provinces collectively, then they're called Netherlands, not Holland. Some people might even take offense at it. So if you call Netherlands Holland, you shouldn't call it Netherlands. Dutch people complain too much. Oh, yes, that's actually true. I've hung out at a few group meetings where you can hang out with Dutch people, and they would be telling you stories about their journey or whatever, and they would go like, oh my god, it just rains so much in the country, and they would just start complaining about how the weather is, and they just like to complain about different things, or how everything is so expensive or something like that. And so yes, they do like to complain, but it's ironic, as an outsider, if you try to complain about the same thing, they would take offense at it. So you have to tread carefully around Dutch people. Dutch people never turn down something free. I mean, who would? I mean, everybody loves freebies, so why only Dutch people? This shouldn't even be a stereotype. It's this general thing. Everybody loves free items. They are not afraid to give opinions, even if it might offend the other person. Yes, that's actually very true. Dutch people can be very straightforward, so they just are not afraid to speak their mind. They most probably will speak their mind, and that's just thing, that's how they go around. So instead of trying to sugarcoat things or making a person look bad, you know, like if you're dressed ugly or something, they wouldn't hide it. They would literally say it to your face and call it a day. So if you're in Netherlands, so your level of taking offense quickly at things should really go down, because you're gonna get into a lot of situations where that might happen. So let's just not expect you to get into depression just because people are being straightforward to you. Dutch people would rather start an argument than let anyone jump the queue. Yes, this is true. Dutch people are really big on their queue culture. I like that. It means that you respect the rules, but unfortunately in Pakistan we're not big on the queues, especially being a woman, not at all. Like if there's a woman and there's a line of like 10 people, especially if they're men, so what they would do is they would just let the woman go to the front of the line and get her served first. But here, no, nobody cares how old you are or what gender you are. You would just have to wait in your line and wait for your turn, and don't even expect to cut the line. They would rather start an argument with you instead of letting you take the first turn. So don't respect the rules. Dutch people like that, and you should do that. They leave their curtains open all the time. Yes, this is very surprising and uncommon for me back home, but here it is very common. When I came here first and I was traveling all these cities, this was something very common, especially it was summers back then, so people had their windows open as well, along with the curtains not drawn. And you could just see inside, and they had their lights on, and people could be watching TV, mothers could be cooking food or whatever, children would be sitting in their lounge doing their own thing, and everybody could just look inside. But I've noticed that people don't really look inside the houses, just out of respect for the privacy of the house owners, which is really nice. So yeah, they do keep the curtains open, but at the same time the outsiders are also respectful of their privacy, and they just don't look. So if you are in Netherlands and you see that the people have their curtains open, don't look inside, because people actually stare back at you and they would give you the world's deadliest glare, which is very uncomfortable. So the safest thing for you to do is not look inside the houses. Also respect their privacy. Dutch people are cheap. They like to go Dutch. Yes, that's true. I wouldn't call them cheap though, but they are very cautious of the way they spend their money, because earning money is not easy. It is everyone's hard-earned money. People, even the children, they who are 14 years old, are out there working, so, and most of the times they are cautious of the way they spend it. So I think that's something to be appreciated, and it's true, but I appreciate that. And at the same time, they like to do this thing called splitting the bill. So if there's a group of friends who are hanging out and they order something, one person would pay, but they have this specific app called Tiki. And what they do is they send the Tiki to the rest of the group. So that one person paid the bill, and the rest of the people would just chip in and pay through the Tiki app. So all the money that's collected goes to that person. This is the way the Dutch psyche is. So there are supermarkets and all the businessmen take advantage of this. So here's this thing which was very interesting for me when I came here. Every week, especially the supermarkets, come out with these folders, which means that they have like different things throughout the week that go on sale. So the folder for the next week comes the previous week. You just automatically knows all the items that would be going on the sale the next week, and they just put like little everything. So they just put fruits and breads and pizzas and grocery and toys, clothes, everything just goes on those folders on sale each week, and people take advantage of that. So yes, people have this psyche and the businessmen know about it. So, and they just know how to go around the Dutch psyche on this matter. Everyone in Netherlands is always stoned. No, that's not true. No, everyone is not high or stoned all the time. Dutch people are one of the most vigilant, careful, attentive nations in the world. But at the same time, I've also noticed that a lot of people here smoke. In Pakistan, smoking is very discouraged. Like, even if you're 18 above and you're in university, if you want to smoke, you would not be allowed to smoke on campus. You have to go outside the university to smoke, and it's just not really encouraged. And if you're like 16 or 17, the shopkeepers are not even allowed to sell you cigarettes. So smoking is still very taboo in Pakistan. Here, you can see 14, 15-year-olds having a cigarette or a pack of cigarettes in their pocket, and especially if you go to bus station or train station in the waiting areas, like 90% of the people are always smoking. So, but that doesn't mean that they're high or stoned, they're just generally smoking. Oh, so this is all? Okay, so this is it for this video. I hope you guys liked and enjoyed it, and if you did, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn that notification bell on, so every time I post, you will know that I posted a video. And if you are enjoying my channel, then please tell your friends to subscribe too. So if you think there were any more stereotypes that I did not put on this list, then make sure to comment down those below as well. I will be reading those, and until next time, bye!